up, guys? Bear Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be jumping in and talking more about those magic charms. If you didn't see it last night, we put a video out about Duras Trials Day 1, talking about what the game mode is about. However, today we're going to be talking about those charms, because the charms give flat stats. They give you like vitality, HP, attack speed, those types of things. However, the set bonuses are pretty unique. There's like 5 or 6 different set bonuses, and they are static on a specific hero, so you can't like switch what set bonus they have. It just is assigned to them. Some of them are really good, other ones not as impactful. It kind of falls into the category of what class they are, and we're going to show those to you guys right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So when you come into your resonating hall, you get to look at all your heroes, and when you click on them now, there is an extra button down the bottom left here next to your gear setup, essentially, and this is now for your magic charms. You'll notice we don't have any slotted in just yet. We haven't really pushed Duras Trials just yet. I'm waiting to do that, but I wanted to talk about these stats we're getting. Actually, you know what? A good example is going to be Odie, because we already have one of his items. So you'll notice there are a ton of different ones down here for Odie. We have one of the lowest quality ones giving attack and HP. If you go down and you look at like some of the craziest ones, you're getting HP, attack, physical and magic, defense, critical chance. You're getting like some really good stats on these things. Actually, wait, is that one better? Yeah, the red one seems like it's better. Wait, are these even better? Holy cow, they get even better. And there's different versions of them. There's Titanic, there's Blast Charm, the ultimate strength goes up, whatever that means. There's like execution stat now. It's really interesting. So you can really build based on what charms you get to really kind of, yeah, ultimate strength, skill power, really interesting builds here that you can do. However, getting those really high tier ones are going to be very difficult to get, but there is something I want to specifically talk about. Yes, you're getting stats from this, but when you activate a 3-piece bonus of elite or above, you get a season hero bonus. And you can see right here, in order to get the elite bonus, you need 3 elite, 3 epic, 3 legendary, or 3 mythic. Now, these bonuses are interesting. They are static per hero, so this is something you cannot change. But for example, on Odie, you basically increase his damage dealt by 5% 15 seconds into battle. So it basically means after 15 seconds, he just is dealing 5% more damage, and then he gains 15 attack speed when it gets to 40 seconds in battle. When you go all the way up to the top, he's doing 8%, he's getting 20 attack speed, and beyond that, he's getting 20 crit damage boost after 65, which is usually like the last, what, 25 seconds of a battle. It can still ramp up, and it's really good. So some of these are really awesome, because what does Odie do? He does a lot of damage. What does he do? He does bosses. This just helps him do that job much better, and you'll be happy to hear that heroes like Merrily have the same exact set bonus. So they are pretty generic when it comes to these set bonuses, so understanding them is really important. This does mean Merrily has a chance to compete. However, if we jump over to a hero like Corrin, he gets one that I'm not really a fan of. So it says in the first 20 seconds of battle, increases damage dealt by 10% if his HP, or if the HP ratio is above 50%. I imagine that means on him, if it's below 50, he gets life drain instead applied to the caster and their summons. The lower version just basically is a stronger version. Like, it lasts 35 seconds. This is not something that's going to let him stay competitive, I don't think, but there are some other heroes that have some unique abilities as well. My girl also that I love has a pretty unique one. Gain energy after casting the ultimate. That seems really interesting, considering she wants to spam her ultimate. So if you do get it way up here, you're getting what, 250 energy after casting the ultimate? That's almost all the way to using the ultimate again at like 400. But this is interesting. Increases the damage dealt by 20%. That's awesome. Gain 20 execution for 5 seconds when casting an ultimate. Is that just the same ability that Odie has? I've never seen the stat execution listed before, and I could, oh wait, right here. Every point of execution increases the damage dealt by 1% to targets whose HP ratio is below 50%. So a lot of other games call this like MAME or something like that, that as the HP of the target drops, you do more damage. However, this one basically says it increases the damage by 1% to targets whose HP is below 50. So the more execution stat you have and the lower the enemy HP is, the more damage that's going to ramp up. This hero could get insane for things like bosses. So that is one of the unique ones as well. Another one that I'm kind of a fan of, kind of its niche. If you look at Aaron's here, it's going to receive 100 energy whenever you get an assist or a kill on an enemy hero. Doesn't say not including summons, so that could be interesting. And then increases damage dealt by 15%, stacking up to 3 times. At Mythic and Legendary, you gain a shield that absorbs 200% damage for 10 seconds on the first killer assist, so that is a pretty unique ability there. Caroline has the same thing that Alsa has, which is interesting. Rainier has the support one, so the support one is interesting, which it kind of helps Rainier play that support role a little more, whereas other support heroes not so much. Restores HP to the 2 weakest allies every 5 seconds. However, if the allies have been healed by the skill within the last 5 seconds, it'll only recover 20% HP. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Helps heal a little bit more. Thorin's one is a little lacking because it's only when he drops below 30% HP for the first time. Recovers 3% HP for 4 seconds and reduces damage taken. Of course, it does ramp up. It also has another effect. This healing is triggered again after 15 seconds, but at a reduced rate at 2%. I mean, more healing, but usually if you drop below 30%, you're probably dropping fast anyway. Not quite sure how I like that one particularly, but you can see right here we have the healing one. Florbell has that one where it's like at the beginning of battle you deal more damage. If you have less HP, you get life drain. So some of these are really, really good, while other ones not as great. Again, this is the one that stacks 3 times like Aaron has. And besides that, I have not really seen any other ability just yet. We can go through these real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but most of them are categories into those like 5 categories, and they're not based on like the, actually, wait, they are based on the class you are. Oh, that's in, okay, all right, so they're actually based on classes. I was wondering about that. It does seem like that. It's, or sorry, not classes. Let me specify. Is by, I guess, are these called class? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because Odie's a marksman, so there's 5 different ones of these then. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's 5 different ones in bed depending on the class. So essentially it seems like marksmen are going to be potentially insane because they have that increased damage boost, which could be good, which is awesome. Mages, of course, have this one right here, which is also very strong for what they do. They want to cast more ultimates typically, and this execution stat is pretty interesting. If you fall into the warrior category, though, it's not going to be great for bossing, I don't think. Granted, you can do a ton of like really early damage and then it does start dropping off. I don't know. This can be interesting. So they're based by classes. There's not a ton of them here, but they're kind of good. So we'll have to see how this actually plays out. I'm intrigued to see how some of these energy heroes work with this set bonus. And then, of course, beyond that, you have to remember you're getting some really cool abilities here, too. I wonder if any of these have execution on them as well. Crit, ultimate strength, and execution. So execution might be an amazing new stat. Ultimate strength, too. Got to see what that actually means. Does that like, you get like a level 6 or something like that? That could be interesting. So that is going to be it for now. We're going to have more details coming out as we get more information on Duras trials and we go through and power them up. Let you guys know what we think, but hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.